hier von diesem Wochenende in Sindelfingen. Er hat sich in Saarbrücken zuletzt schon qualifizieren können. Er hat so ein bisschen Bühnenluft geschnuppert. Damals noch die erste Runde gegen Adam Hunt verloren. Das soll sich heute ändern. Wir drücken ihm die Daumen aus Bremen, René Berndt.
Denn sie ist wie eine...
René trifft auf einen Mann aus England. 49 Jahre ist der Alte, ist schon lange im Geschäft. Er hat bereits 14 WMs gespielt, aber es lief in letzter Zeit nicht ganz so gut. Das könnte René Berndt so ein bisschen Hoffnung machen. Wir sind gespannt und heißen natürlich auch ihn herzlich willkommen, Superman Matt Clark!
What a generous round of applause for Matt Clark, largely from himself, as the former World Championship quarter-finalist takes to the stage against René Berndt, the first German host nation qualifier we're seeing in action today on the opening day of the Happy Bet European Darts Grand Prix here at the Glaspalast in Sindelfingen. 4 host nation qualifiers came through last night. Gabriel Clemens, the other one we'll see this afternoon. This evening, we've got Bernd Royth and Max Hopp, the great hope for German darts. But we're going to have to wait all the way until the final game of the evening to see Max Hopp in action. Can René Berndt guarantee us, before then, a German in the second round? I'm Dan Dawson, talking you through this one. The 4th game, we've seen wins for Ulf Seeder, Christoph Ratajski and James Richardson, all with pretty impressive averages. Chris Murphy, can that continue here?
Well, it possibly could, and I have to say that René Berndt looked somewhat starstruck as he was watching Superman take to the stage.
It's not the real Superman.
Well, I think he thinks it is. He was clapping and he just stood there kind of in awe as Matt Clark.
He looks very different from the films when you see him in person. Well, I can assure you that Matt Clark will not be faster than a speeding bullet in this one.
First. Game on.
Bump of the fists and we're away. Matt Clark thrown first.
Yeah, Clark was one of 8 double qualifiers at the qualifying events for European
58.
Tours 4 and 5 that took place in Wigan last week. In qualifying for this one, he actually beat Jamie Caven in a last leg decider, having seen off Mark Barilli before.
24.
But yeah, it's interesting. It's not often it happens anymore. It used to happen all the time, those double qualifiers, but now they've kind of spread them out this year. Paul Nicholson himself has said he prefers that system because if you lose one, then you kind of under the next one. Although Paul Nicholson lost the first one and then won the second one, so he's disproved his own theory there.
Yeah, he talks nonsense, doesn't he?
But we saw 8 players win both. Matt Clark amongst them.
59.
I believe he's kind of enjoying a trip in between. He's not bothering to go home between Sindelfingen and Gibraltar.
It's quite the trek.
Yeah, I'm not sure which route he's taking. Whether he's just going to get and sun himself on the Spanish coast for a week. Well, I hope it's not a week. He'll hope it's just a few days, won't he, Matt Clark?
Certainly will.
But yeah, you did ask if the
57.
standard would continue, and the averages are 51 and 45 right now, so I'm only joking, they've only thrown 9 darts each. It will get better.
85.
It is. I remember Mervyn King winning his European Tour title here, and he turned up on his motorbike, rode it all the way from East Anglia,
45.
and rode all the way back with the trophy.
Really?
Whatever.
And we'll see the King in action this evening against
32.
Dimitri van den Berg.
I have to say, the evening session looks really, really good. There's some fascinating games on there. Bunting Lewis is obviously the standout one, but Steve West, Chris Dobie looks tasty. Jan Dekker's played some good darts lately. James Wilson struggled a little bit, but we know what he's capable of.
There certainly are some exciting duels in
57.
prospect. Not just today, but of course through the duration of this weekend. Michael van Gerwen and Peter Wright, of course, both here. The men that have shared the European Tour title so far. Well, I say shared,
97.
Peter Wright
Match
has
required
won
72.
a couple to MVG's one. We'll talk about the Premier League in a minute, Dan, because Wright is threatening to top the table next week. But Matt Clark threatening to take this first leg on double top.
Getting short in the first leg, Matt Clark. Second leg, Rene to
Absolutely
throw
nothing
first.
wrong with the finishing.
Game on.
Scoring could do with a little improvement, but the finishing, very, very good from Matt Clark. We started with 2 darts in the 1 in the first leg. He's improved upon that, here, Rene Berndt.
40.
Well, he did appear at the German Darts Open, Rene Berndt. He lost to Adam Hunt 6-3. Adam Hunt was playing pretty well.
177.
That's pretty good from Matt Clark. But yeah, Hunt was given a workout by Berndt, who I believe is a baker.
Ah. Oh, look at this. Oh, Rene. Oh, Rene!
180.
Well, the 177 from Clark responded to with a 180 from Berndt.
I said the scoring needed some work. These two have suddenly stepped it up a bit, at least with a visit each.
Now, he seems to have... I'm just looking at his shirt. He seems to have his diary in his pocket still as well.
140.
Ton 80 followed by a ton 40. Hello, hello.
$96. Rene 141.
Well, the crowd started chanting Rene Berndt's name after that 180. I wonder what they would have been singing had he been able to take out the 141, but they could all be singing
57.
the tune of Superman in a second.
Well, it's going to take something to dislodge their new favourite chant of Ulf, 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 Ulf for Ulf Cedar. The 170 might have done it, but it's not going to happen. A look of astonished disgust across Matt Clark's face there.
Yeah, that was straight out of the Rob Cross school of facial expressions.
We'll be seeing more of that from Rob Cross in the next game. But first, Rene Berndt. Ooh, narrowly misses the bullseye. Matt Clark may only get a dart at the bullseye himself. Treble 17 will be the shot. Been a much better leg of darts, this one, hasn't it? 20 for bull. Gets the treble, so it's double 5 instead. And double 5 is there, and Matt Clark absolutely lethal on the finishing at the moment.
Third leg, Matt to throw first. Game on.
Always interesting, Dan, to watch the different throwing styles of the players. Matt Clark just seems to let go of it, and you're amazed that it reaches the board.
yeah, it's a delicate touch, isn't it?
60.
Been around a long time, of course, Matt Clark. He's 49 years old now, from Dartford, but lives near Manchester.
It's 21 years since he made that quarter-final at the World Championship. 1996.
94.
Ranked 76 in the world, so he's got a bit of work to do to get into that top 64 and make sure he keeps hold of his tour card, because he has lost it before.
Yeah, and he hasn't made it to
125.
the World Championship since 2014.
And even then, that was his only one in, what, the last 6 years? 7 years?
He had a run from 2006 to 2010.
68.
Went missing for 4 years and then hasn't been in since then. So, and that's very important in terms of keeping your tour card, because the prize money for just getting to the first round in the World Championship.
Well, it's a huge chunk.
97.
That's why it hurt Kyle Anderson so much to miss out not only on the Players' Championship finals, but the World Championship because of his visa issues, and that's just within the space of a couple of months. He's lost tens of thousands, potentially even more, off his ranking, depending on how well he's done.
currently sits in 77th place on the order of merit. So well, he's try and have a run over the next couple of weekends. Could change a lot for him.
39.
Well, he's got this weekend and Gibraltar as well. So a real opportunity for Matt Clark.
59.
And if he continues to finish as he's been doing in the first couple of legs, then this 80 is going to be child's play for him. He's already taken out 87 on double five. He started off taking out 72 on tops. We saw an excellent display of finishing from James Richardson against Paul Rowley. He only missed 2 darts at double. Matt Clark is continuing the theme.
Ruthless from Richardson. Now double top.
60. Rene, you require 68.
Well, finally a dart missed at a double by Matt Clark. And Rene Berndt to break straight back. Rene is the chant. Tops he wants. And tops he gets. The German bites back.
Fourth leg, Rene to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, as usual, 4 spots for the host nation, and you'd have to think that their biggest hope would be Max Hupp, who takes on Zoran Lurchbacher in the final game of this evening's session. Oh, Superman. It's Superman.
180.
You don't get any superer.
But it could get superer.
140.
That doesn't happen on the European Tour.
$100.
Well, Berndt down to a finish. Albeit a large one. Clark not hurting him yet.
26.
Not hurting him at all.
Kicked off 180 in this leg, Matt Clark. And then it's all kind of gone to pieces a bit. And Rene Berndt has just done enough. He's going to get 2 visits from 161. The way things have been going, he's going to need more than 2 visits for that. But that isn't bad. Leaves him 80. Matt Clark couldn't take that out in the last leg, and Berndt stepped in, won his first leg, and pulled it back to 2-1. If Berndt can take out the 80, and he took out the 68 very efficiently last time, then we've got a level game once more.
Yeah, he's kind of warmed to this match, Rene Berndt. He's kind of got into it, raised his game.
Match record 138.
Like a good cake, Dan.
Oh yeah, he's a baker, yeah? Yeah? Cake.
I hope his cakes aren't burnt. Oh.
98. Rene, you require
Right, let's see
40.
if he can strike here. Chance to level up, having lost the first 2 legs.
Right on the wire. Getting further away. Battling himself here, Rene Berndt.
No score.
You saw from that kind of
Match require 40.
burnt eye view the obstruction from the previous 2 darts. That was a difficult chance with the last dart. Couldn't find the double.
Getting short to the full flow.
And Matt Clark gives it back a little bit to the solitary boo boy.
Fifth leg, Matt to throw first. Game on.
Well, Clark, 3-1 up now. And the question will be, Rene Berndt, he's still yet to win a game. It's only his 2nd European Tour, and he's yet to win a game on the European Tour.
82.
Does he have the self-belief to be able to come back from this position against a very experienced opponent? You see, Berndt he's obviously struggling with his nerves and just the occasion. You can see him taking big, deep breaths, trying to... He was laughing and smirking earlier on in the game. That's just nerves. Well, he's having a right merry old time there. But that, although it works for some players, it could mean he loses focus. And look, there you see, he's not for the first time. I think that's the third leg where his first dart has been in the one, and quite a big bit of the one.
62.
Oh,
yeah, a few nervy darts from Berndt.
$58.
Perhaps just shouldering some responsibility as a home nation qualifier to leave these German fans happy after this one. I mean, they have actually, the Ulf
59
chant has been superseded by René. So they've got to more syllables now in the chanting.
But they are consistent in the sort of construction of the chants.
43.
Another big, deep breath from René Berndt, just giving himself a little bit more time. George Noble's having a lovely time.
Yeah, he's not paid by the hour, George.
98.
Look at this. Oh, very nearly a second maximum for Matt Clark, but a ton 40 gives him a Shanghai finish. Big checkouts of 87, 72 and tops from Clark so far. This would top the lot. And it would give him a 3-leg cushion.
Let's see if he can construct this finish. Treble 20. Bill, treble 20. Does he get a shot? And Berndt has a squeak now in this leg. 106 60. In front of him.
There you go, 106.
It's on. 10 or a 6. It's a 6 for tops. And it is a top plus checkout, and it comes from the German, breaking back for 3-2.
6-leg René to throw first. Game on.
For the first time, really, he was able to use the encouragement of the crowd, because it looked like it had been kind of putting him off up to that point. Now, is it going to spark something? Something quite brilliant.
125.
Well, that might have just caught the flight and deflected out, but they looked 3 very well thrown darts. Certainly a massive comparison to make between that and his first visit in a number of the other legs.
60.
Here. And if he is settling down, and if he is able to just concentrate on playing his game and not worry about being on the big stage in a big tournament for just the second time in his career,
47.
then René Berndt has got a real chance of coming back into this.
$100.
It's always a tough draw for the UK qualifiers that get pitted against one of the 4 Germans, because you're up against it, aren't you, with the crowd, especially with a
100.
Friday smaller crowd. We know it'll be packed to the rafters Saturday and Sunday, and it becomes a wall of noise. But there are moments when the odd few hecklers,
lone voices get through, And there's still enough people here to create a relatively hostile atmosphere. It certainly makes a difference. And let's be honest, for all his years of experience, Matt Clark, it's not as if he's doing this that regularly.
101.
We've not seen him on the European Tour this year. This is his first appearance on the Euro Tour this year. We've not seen him on a big stage for the majors for a long time.
100. There you go, 128.
I mean, he spent a couple of years playing his trade on the Challenge Tour. Won a couple of Challenge Tour titles, actually. But yeah, we don't see much of him. on big stage darts.
63.
Well, that is enough for Rene Berndt to get within striking distance of Matt Clark to level the game at 3 apiece. And Matt Clark, remember,
93.
missed the dart for a 3-0 lead.
Rene requires 65.
Had he hit that dart, he could have streaked off into the distance. But Rene Berndt, taking out 65 in 2 darts, is delighting the Glass Palace crowd
Game on.
and giving himself a real shot of a first ever win on the European Tour.
99.
Yeah, well, Clark looking to raise his game. And just to illustrate the point we were talking about, Matt Clark not reaching major tournaments, even the World Championship that he qualified for in 2014, he won the qualifying event. He didn't get
99
there as a result of his performances over a season. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that.
No.
Just proves the point that he's just not been in the upper echelons of the game. But that's better.
100.
Second match for Matt.
Yeah, 3 180s in this game, 2 for Clark. He's hit a 177 as well, but Berndt could be about to fire in his second. Because there's loads of room there.
140.
Just the ton 40.
Well, Clark seems to have found some kind of
100.
zone again the last couple of visits. Chance to edge back ahead.
Yeah, good response in this leg from Matt Clark after you've lost the last 2 and the crowd are getting on your back, and you can see visibly your opponent is growing in confidence. He knew he had to come up with some kind of response.
122.
And the 1-2-2 finish would certainly put him back in his place.
$90.
Well, 5 18s there for Matt Clark to leave double 16.
Match record 32.
Not enough for Rene Berndt. Not even down to a finish. So Matt Clark to go back into the lead. And that will do. 14 darter, decent stuff.
To throw first. Game on.
Yeah, and as Clark raised his game, it seemed to affect his opponent in that leg. A few more of the loose darts again.
$96.
As mentioned, Matt Clark qualified for this and Gibraltar. Clark hit his
100.
only career 9 darter in Gibraltar back in 2010. It wasn't on the European Tour as we know it now. It was a Players' Championship event.
$68.
You don't question George Noble, Rene. I know you've not been doing this very long, but you will learn that. George Noble doesn't make mistakes.
60.
Certainly not with 68. 6 plus 5 plus 3. 60 plus 5 plus 3. Or is he trying to trick him and say, no, right, a couple of trebles there. Well, they have there.
140.
Yeah, no mistake with the last 2 darts from Rene Berndt. Came through the host nation qualifiers, beat some fantastically named players.
Yeah, I know one of them. I know the first one you're going to say, Dan.
46.
Already laughing inside.
Started the qualifier with a 6-2 victory over over Andreas
59.
You can't say it.
80. And you require 138.
Just imagine you've been to like an animal-themed fast food joint and ordered the moose burger.
116.
Yes, it is Andreas Mooseberger. Good win against the Mooseburger. But he also saw off Tobias Klutz,
65.
Ingo Volt,
and
Thomas Saylor. One of the old stages of German darts. René Berndt has left himself double 11 after hitting the double 18 when he only wanted the single. And now he's decided to split it. And you know what? It doesn't matter. Have one go at it, then split it, and then take out the double 2. We've got a level game again.
Then hits it, and it's a race to 2. I just wonder if the crowd can help take René Berndt over the line.
134.
I know that Paul Nicholson has suggested that René Berndt's got a look of got weight.
57.
It's kind of a similar throwing style from where he releases the dart as well.
There's a bit of a lunge, isn't there? Now, no lunge from Matt Clark. Very smooth and a third maximum for Superman. He knows a hold of throw here and one more hold of throw is enough to see him through. But René Berndt, he's battled gamely. I've been quite impressed with the way that he started this match. It's been a bit fitful at times, but there have been some good moments, and he's stuck in there. This is a very good leg from Matt Clark. Every time Burns has closed the gap and drawn level, Matt Clark has responded well.
Well, there were 5 darts in a row there that could not have been thrown more precisely. Right in the top of the treble 20 bed.
Match you require 50.
Oops, for 10 for top.
Short in the 9 flag, Matt Clark.
11 darts at Matt Clark. And he is 1 leg away from a second round meeting with a number 5 seed Dave Chisnell tomorrow. René Berndt has to win the last 2 legs. He did manage to win a couple in a row earlier in the match. He must do it again, and he's going the right way about it, isn't he? Oof.
135.
I'm just sat here thinking, what would you be like if Andrea Mooseburger qualified for one of these events? Anyway, Clark's in again.
140. $59.
We've got the opportunity to get the job done here.
$81.
Bit of a slip with the last start, lets René back in the door.
Look at this. Very impressive from the host nation qualifier. A second 180 for René Berndt. Well, look. They're not the most rapid players. They're not the most animated up on stage.
45. René, you require 127.
The way this game has gone, it has been just one of them has a slug at the other one hits straight back. It's been fascinating to watch, and I'm still not quite sure
55.
Which way this one is going.
Well, Berndt poised to level up and take this match to deadlock and force sudden death leg, unless Matt Clark
140.
will have to
René, you require 72.
The German doesn't clean up this 72 if he is going to come back for a shot at 95. But René Berndt trying to force a decider, and he gets 2 darts.
Has he miscounted? He has.
He has.
62.
And the confusion on George Noble's face says it all. I think René Berndt realised when he went to get his darts.
95.
An absolute brain fade from René Berndt, and it might be the end for him. He's hit a 7 there, Matt Clark.
If he takes it out from here, this would rub salt into the wound.
Tops. He's finished so well in this game, and that continues. Another stunning display of finishing. Matt Clark, 75%, as James Richardson was earlier on. Rene Berndt kept on battling back against Superman, but in the end, a miscount did for him. He just did not have enough. Clark will face Chisnell in the second round tomorrow. Coming up, we've got one of the 4 men in world darts, Rob Cross, on the way as he takes on Luke Woodhouse.
Rene Berndt 6:4. Nochmal einen großen Applaus. Für ihn heißt es vor allem Erfahrung sammeln vor so einer Kulisse, auf so einer Bühne. Congratulations. The doubles were working really well. Percentage over 70%. That's good.
Missed many doubles. The scoring was very erratic, but I'll take that for the first round.
Is that a question of experience? That was the second time for Rene to play on such a stage?
I've been around a long time. I don't want to say how old I am, but yeah. He held him together, though. He was very unlucky, really.
Dave Chisnell is waiting. He's used to play on stages like that.
To be honest, when I don't know, I've played on every World Championship stage there is, and there has been. Doesn't bother me who I've got. If they go in, they go in. If they don't, it's home time.
Okay, good luck tomorrow. Thank you very much. Matt Clark. Er sagt, es war eng, die Doppel haben wunderbar funktioniert. Am Ende eine Doppelquote von über 70%, die geholfen haben, dann auch hinten